This initiative is therefore not merely a program. It represents a commitment to safeguarding the health, dignity, and welfare of inmates. The Medicine and Equipment Bank is envisioned to become a coordinated, sustainable platform for mobilizing, storing, managing, and distributing critical medical supplies across all prisons facilities in Ghana. It is in pursuit of this noble vision that we are gathered here today. So, from far and near. Nana Chama, today is not merely raising funds, but also responding to a call for compassion, responsibility, and collective action. It is about affirming our shared commitment to protecting the health and dignity of every person entrusted into our care, including the underprivileged. Across prison facilities in Ashanti region, and by extension, Ghana, we continue to face significant challenges in healthcare delivery, despite notable strides made. For many inmates, access to basic medical attention remains limited. Essential medicines are often inadequate, and maintaining a consistent supply continues to be a major challenge by grappling with access. Overcrowding places enormous pressure on our facilities, and under such conditions, communicable diseases can spread rapidly, threatening not only the health of inmates, but also that of officers, and ultimately the community at large. While in work as the officer in charge of the prison and regional commando, I contracted chickenpox while in the prison. I went to Accra on a short break. I passed it on to my son. He also went to school and passed it on to two of his classmates. So it shows that prison issues are issues that are concerned all of us. These realities undermine both the well-being of inmates and the very purpose of imprisonment, rehabilitation, and successful reintegration back into society. The truth is simple and undeniable. Without health, there can be no dignity. And without dignity, there can be no meaningful and lasting reform. Rule 24 of the United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for the treatment of prisoners, properly Christian Mandela Rules, provides that all prisoners should enjoy the same standard of health care available within their communities, including access to necessary health delivery services, without discrimination based on their legal status. This initiative, Nana Chama, is therefore more than a project. It is a lifeline. In addressing these healthcare challenges, the prison service, especially within the Ashanti Regional Command, has received over the years, and continue to do so, invaluable support from key stakeholders and health service providers. And Madam Chair, kindly I indulge you to let me mention just a few. Surely, Confirmatory Teaching Hospital, the mother of all, and I see the CEO here, Dr. Paco Sibedu, Dr. Good to see you. The Regional Health Directorate, Dr. Fred Marco Bedu, thanks a lot for all the support. The Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research in Tropical Medicine, and I see the scientific doctor, Dr. Richard Flake, and Professor Yap, and then my sister, Madam Ruth Tumo. Thanks a lot for the support. The Tafo Government Hospital, the WE Foundation, Mount Zion Hospital, Powerhouse Hospital, a social clinic, polyclinic, Government Hospital, and the Anglo Gold Ashanti Hospital. the list goes on and on. But let me single out the St. Luke Hospital at Kasai, Ejura, Dr. John Odro Wati. This hospital treats inmates free of charge. Free of charge. Highly commendable. And I want to also thank former Ashanti River commanders. I think 4 of them are here, for the great job you've done over the years in trying to uplift the healthcare requirement of inmates. Notwithstanding these generous contributions, the growing healthcare needs within our prisons demand broader support and stronger partnerships. The vision of accessibility and quality healthcare of all inmates cannot be achieved by the Ghana Prison Service alone. That is why we are here today. We therefore appeal to individuals, corporate organizations, philanthropic institutions, development partners, and all to come to our support, come to our needs, be it medical supplies, equipment, professional expertise, or technical assistance. Your support will undoubtedly save life. Because when you give, you do more than donate. You restore hope, you protect public health, you uphold human dignity. You contribute to fostering safer, healthier, and stronger communities. And I want to assure all here present who will be donating that we shall account for everything. It's a central committee at headquarters. We account to that committee, and DG will now direct what should be done, what should go to which station based on stated needs and assessment. Nana Chama, ladies and gentlemen, let us see this moment together. Let us build a prison healthcare system in which every individual, regardless of circumstance, has an access to basic and quality healthcare. A system where illness does not define destiny, and where every person is given a fair opportunity to heal, reform, and successfully reintegrate back into society. Together we can transform lives. Yes, we can. Together we can strengthen public health. Yes, we can. Together we can turn this vision into reality. Sure we can. Yes, we should. And I dare say we must. Thank you for your presence, generosity, and may the good Lord, Almighty Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, bless and keep us all. Thank you.
Honorable Mayor, Honorable MPs, MMDCs, officers and men of the Ghana Prison Service, and sister security agencies, our valued partners and donors, ladies and gentlemen, Nanano, good morning. I deem this a great honor and privilege for me to chair this all-important occasion, the launch of the Prisons Medicine and Equipment Bank initiative in the Ashanti region. Today's gathering is more than a ceremonial event. It's a call to action. It is a reminder that as a society, our responsibility to one another does not end at the prison gates. When individuals are incarcerated, they lose their freedom, but they do not lose their humanity. They do not lose their right to dignity, to care and to basic health care. Yet, we are all aware that across many correctional facilities, access to adequate medicines and medical equipment remains a major challenge. It is in response to this reality that this initiative has been introduced. The Prisons Medicine and Equipment Bank is not merely a project. It is a structured, practical solution. It creates a platform through which individuals, corporate bodies, religious institutions, and the general public can contribute meaningfully to improving healthcare delivery within our prisons. What makes this initiative commendable is its sustainability. It is not a one-time intervention, but a continuous system of support. A bank that can be relied upon to meet pressing medical needs of prisoners. I must commend the leadership of the Ghana Prison Service for this forward-thinking initiative, and also the Ashanti Regional Command for taking deliberate steps to institutionalize this initiative in the Ashanti region. This shows commitment, foresight, and a deep sense of responsibility. To our invited guests and stakeholders here today, your presence speaks volumes. It reflects your concern for humanity and your willingness to be part of solutions that truly matter. We do not take your support for granted. I would like to encourage all present, whether individuals or institutions, to support this initiative in whatever way you can, whether through the donation of medicines, medical equipment, or financial contributions. Every effort counts. Let us remember that when we improve healthcare in our prisons, we are not only helping inmates, but also strengthening public health and contributing to a more humane and just society. Once again, I thank you for your presence, and I wish us a fruitful and impactful program. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the powerful rendition. Assembly Dika. And so why Nebeka? Bianca. I just say Yaniara. And there reasons he didn't have. Yes, he and send seven adults. It is Bianca Yaniara. This particular rendition lays a very good foundation for this particular occasion. Before I move into my speech, I would like to personally thank Nana for accepting to chair this occasion and the professional manner in which he delivered his speech. The way you did it makes me feel that you understand the prison system, and that with the passion you have accepted to chair this occasion, I have no doubt in my mind at all that we surely will achieve our goal. Anti-rating. I was in Kumasi around up to 2000 when I was transferred to Accra. And as my borrowed name rightly connotes, I am an Ashanti by marriage too. So all the Bafubonis around here, I say thank you for lending me your name. We always think prison is too far away, and then the tendency to brush matters concerning prison under the carpet persists until the unfortunate incident comes knocking on our doors. When a relative or somebody close to us is in prison, that is when you hear the call for, oh, what can I do to help prisons? Oh, I should have done this long ago. After today's program, if you don't help, it means you never intended to help in the first place. And you cannot say, I didn't know I could help. This is a fine opportunity to espouse to you honorable members what the prison is doing and how you can join us with your hands with us to ensure that the people who come to us are treated as humanely as possible. Now I move on to my speech. The chairman and reps from the Asante Mine Council, precisely the rep of Opemsuo, Nana Osei Tutu, whose name is Anabuati Bidi Akondebra, Kwama Hine, welcome. Members of the Council of State representing the Ashanti region, precisely Honorable Ya Owusu Obimpe. Members of the Prison Service Council, represented by Mr. Suhail Abdul Munin and DDP Ochoko Thompson. Members of the Prisons Directorates, the rep of the Regional Minister, Mr. Richard Buedi, the Kumasi Mayor. Honorable members of Ashanti and Upper West Caucus, members of Parliament, Director General of the Ghana Health Service, members of Ashanti Regional Security, honorable MMDs in the Ashanti region present, Nananom, the clergy, officers and men of sister security agencies here present, my adorable officers of Ghana Prison Service, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great honor and a pleasure to join you today for the regional launch of the Ghana Prison Service Medicines and Equipment Bank. I wish to commend the Ashanti Regional Commander once again for taking the lead in translating the national vision into a practical regional action. Today's program demonstrates commitment, innovation, and ownership of the transformative agenda currently being pursued by the Ghana Prison Service under the Ghana Prison Service Health Services Directorate. Since the natural launch of this initiative on the 26th of March 2026 in Accra, we have witnessed an encouraging outpouring of support from various stakeholders, notable among them pharmaceutical companies, healthcare institutions, corporate organizations, development and faith-based partners and organizations. These generous contributions of medicines, medical consumables, and healthcare equipment have laid a solid foundation for this noble initiative. I extend our profound gratitude to all who have supported this vision and contributed to making it a reality. I also wish to appreciate our distinguished guests who have taken time off their busy schedules to be present in this beautiful hall. Your presence underscores the importance you attach to prisons and its healthcare and the transformative agenda of the Ghana Prison Service. What at all is this medicine and equipment bank about? I will just walk you through or try to contextualize what it is. The Ghana Prison Service is undergoing a strategic transformation aimed at repositioning our prisons into a world-class institution in our effort to contribute significantly to the national economy. The Think Prisons 360 Degrees initiative is the Ghana Prison Services flagship reform program designed to transform correctional facilities into self-sustaining, rehabilitative, and productive centers that contribute to national development. What then is the strategy? This whole concept of Think Prisons 360 Degrees initiative is coded at three main levels. First, the service has tried to ensure as much as possible lesser people come to prison. So it has a package for pre-incarceration. Since its inception, this project has attended to 150 schools across the country, and 45 worship centers in the Greater Accra, Eastern, and Ashanti region to sensitize individuals in these spaces in what not to do to come to prison. It is expected that this education will be extended to other parts of the country with the availability of funding support from us all. The next leg of the project is what happens when people are in incarceration. The focus is on holistic welfare, skill training, industrial production that will support the individuals and national development. Then we have also considered, yes, we have tackled the preventive bit. We have also designed broad interventions to manage inmates when they are within our walls. But the third question is, what happens when the person is discharged and released to go into the society? At this point, I want us to always know and be reminded that a majority of the people who are in our prisons today will definitely come home one day. Do you know who is going to be your neighbor? Or who next is visiting us? Whatever the situation, they are human beings like us, and they deserve to be treated better. And treating them better also means their health care must be prioritized. This life cycle approach ensures that interventions begins before a crime occurs and continues long after an inmate is released. At the heart of all the interventions that we have during the incarceration of our brothers and sisters, we have come with beautiful interventions. And I will name some of the key pillars. We have agric mechanization, a project aimed at enhancing our food production to support Ghana and its food basket. The second leg talks about industrialization. For many years, the prisons has been dealing with basic skills and entrepreneurial activities. And with emphasis on this particular leg, it is the dream of Ghana Prison Service to establish industrial hubs across the country, where inmates who have undergone skill training and duly qualified could be employed in these spaces, practicing their skills and ensuring they are earning a living before their release. To make this dream a reality, the Ghana Prison Service has registered its Prisons Business and Industries Limited. This will become the commercial arm of the Ghana Prison Service, and our initial projects are sewing uniforms for government, producing furniture and sanitary pads, all under the Ghana Education Services project that requires government to produce these things to the pupils and students in our various schools. Ladies and gentlemen, the strategy has also looked at sustainability. So in answering our question, how do we intend to sustain all these beautiful projects, we have come with a strategy like the one we are doing today, where we partner private and public entities to mobilize resources in the course of our journey. what is the prisons going to look like if the welfare of the inmates we take care of and the officers who on a daily basis go around ensuring that the prison spaces are safe? To ensure a full and meaningful cycle, we have prioritized the welfare of staff and the inmates. And in that space, as rightly said by the NC, the plan is to improve all prison facilities across the country and ensure that officers are properly accommodated with all the modern gadgets that we will require to ensure we are delivering our services in a sanitized, safe environment. We've also come up with educational opportunities and skill training for the inmates we care dearly about. But most importantly, this morning, we are here to engage you, ensure there is adequate and sustainable delivery of medicines and equipment throughout the year across all prisons nationwide. While we embark on the Think Prisons 360 degrees agenda, cognizance is given to the fact that a sound mind, indeed, is the foundation of true reformation and rehabilitation. The healthcare strategy is to first upgrade all health facilities in our prisons. And in doing so, we have tried to expand where the space allows. We are tooling all our health centers and digitalizing and automating all our facilities for effective monitoring and administration. As at today, we can safely boast of a number of health facility upgrades within the service. For example, the establishment of laboratories at the Prisons Hospital Roman Ridge in Sawam and the Kumasi Central Prisons. The above-mentioned hospitals, as well as that of the Koforidua Local Prison, were upgraded from the statuses of infirmary and clinics at no cost to government. In collaboration with the Ghana Health Service and Health Facilities Regulatory Authority, HEFRA, these hospitals have been duly registered to provide health care to prisoners and members of the community. Again, in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service, some prison facilities are able to access some limited healthcare support for inmates at the local levels within the regions. For this opportunity granted me, I would personally want to engage the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, who is in our midst today, to assist us institutionalize this arrangement at the national level to the benefit of all Ghanaians. Additionally, a number of inmates have also enrolled on the National Health Insurance Scheme, and plans are advanced to ensure inmates who enter our prisons are given unique numbers which will help them access health care as soon as they enter our prison facilities. We are also hopeful that the promise of constructing a hospital by the Lodina Foundation will significantly improve healthcare delivery within our facility and communities at Nsawam. What are some of our challenges as a prison service with respect to health delivery? essential medicines, medical supplies, and healthcare equipment required to adequately meet the health needs of our inmates. The growing inmate population and communicable diseases and the increasing cost of healthcare delivery continue to place considerable pressure on the limited resources available to the service. I have to mention here that the cost of maintaining the health needs of one inmate when he or she requires special care in any specialized hospital is far beyond mere drugs. This comes along with providing security for the affected inmates beyond the walls at an average of 2 prison officers per inmate for 3 shifts, translating into 1 prisoner to be managed by 6 officers on a daily basis. Whereas the general public is worried about the presence of inmates at the hospitals, the inmates are equally troubled for the public exposure. It is therefore important that at this stage, together in this Ashanti region, we get a purpose-built hospital for the Ashanti Regional Command. That way, the free citizen of Ghana will not have to worry about who is my neighbor on the ward. And the purpose-built office prisons hospital will also ensure that the structures take care of the security of the prisoner whilst he or she is receiving treatment. When all this is said and done, it is important that people in these spaces get the right medicines at the right time to ensure their conditions are not compounded and they leave the prisons safer and healthier. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can there be an efficient healthcare delivery when there is perennial lack of medical supplies? Your guess is as good as mine. This has been the predicament of the Ghana Prison Service healthcare delivery system for many years. It is therefore in response to these realities that the Ghana Prison Service Medicines and Equipment Bank Initiative was conceived and duly launched on the 26th of March 2026 in Accra. It is to serve as a practical and sustainable solution to bridge existing gaps in prison healthcare delivery. Honorable members, the establishment of the Medicines and Equipment Bank represents a key intervention aimed at strengthening healthcare delivery across prison facilities with the following objectives: to pool pharmaceutical companies, healthcare institutions, corporate organizations, development partners, faith-based organizations, and individuals to a common platform where support for medicines and medical consumables will be encouraged to ensure that at the end of the day, the medicines that are brought into the pool will be redistributed to prisons which are deprived nationwide. But with particular reference to what we are doing here in Ashanti region, the regions will prioritize their needs before excess drugs and medicines are distributed to outside stations. Where treatment is required in rare medical conditions, we will pass a form around for stakeholders who are willing to support, to at least provide us with their contacts, so that when the need arises, it will just be a matter of phone call, and inmates requiring such treatments will be duly taken care of. So, in broad terms, we are going to get the bank for the drugs and medicines that can be saved. But where the drugs are in rare demand, we will only keep contacts of the people who are ready to support when the need arises. This will enhance access to medicines and strengthen disease management in our prisons. We will also be able to establish an efficient supply system which will be centrally managed for maximum efficiency and effective monitoring. In the long run, this intervention will minimize waste in the system. Ladies and gentlemen, prison health, as we have already said, is a public health issue. The theme that guided the national launch remains relevant as I stand here today. This simple but powerful statement reminds us that the health of persons in custody cannot be separated from the health of the free citizen. Every inmate will eventually return to the community. Therefore, ensuring access to quality health care within prisons is not merely a humanitarian obligation, but a critical public health investment. When we improve prison health care, we protect communities, strengthen rehabilitation outcomes, and contribute meaningfully to national development. How do we intend to sustain and ensure transparency and accountability? I wish to assure all stakeholders that this initiative is anchored firmly on the principles of sustainability, transparency, and accountability. The service remains committed to ensuring that all contributions received are properly documented, managed, and utilized for their intended purposes. Through our planned annual stakeholder engagements and reporting mechanisms, we will provide clear accounts of donations received, their utilization, and the impact achieved. This will ensure continued confidence and strengthen long-term partnerships. Apart from these, we have also come up with very beautiful complementary initiatives. We know that good health begins with good food, and for that reason, we introduced a project we call the Director General's Kitchen Support Project. This project has ensured every prison has a farm, a fish pond, or anything related to animal husbandry. The products from these farms are supposed to augment the feeding, which has been increased from 1 cedi 80 pesewas to 5 cedis. Today, I'm sure when you visit our prisons, you will be happy to see that the food given to inmates are something we can be proud of as human beings. In the next few days, the Ghana Prison Service, which is already on a trial basis, having its things televised through the Facebook pages, will also launch its TV station in Accra. And it will take its feed from all the regional capitals. And on a yearly basis, we will see which region is leading in all the programs that have been lined up. But as I stand here, I can confidently say that Ashanti region has taken the lead in that area. At the broader level, I'm sure the MC will take us through the Prisons Improvement and Sustainability PESWA Fund. While we think about direct donations to the medical fund, we have a broad-based fundraising scheme, which we call the PISPEX. And in that particular project, what we are trying to do is that we want to encourage every Ghanaian to at least contribute to the fund 1 Ghana cedi every month. And if we are successful to get 5 million Ghanaians throwing away their points to our PISPEX fund, we will be getting 5 million Ghana cedis a month. And all these monies, managed by competent and people with integrity, will go a long way to support whatever agenda the Ghana Prison Service has. Today, practically, we have a project we call Capital Behind Bars. And it is a partnership with Maslow and the Aboboya Company that trains inmates to assemble motorbikes and tricycles. This particular project equips inmates with entrepreneurial skills and startup capital. How do we all help the Ghana Prison Service to make the society safer? The success of this initiative will depend on collective action and sustained collaboration. As such, sensitive responsibility cannot be left at the doorstep of only the government. It requires a shared commitment from all stakeholders who believe in human dignity, rehabilitation, and social justice. Together, we can build a healthcare system that ensures no inmate is denied access to essential medicines and healthcare because of resource constraints. I therefore encourage pharmaceutical companies, healthcare institutions, corporate bodies, faith-based organizations, development partners, and individuals to support this laudable initiative and become a part of a transformative effort that will positively impact lives and strengthen public health care. Nana, before I conclude, I wish to reiterate that I am particularly encouraged that Ashanti Regional Command has embraced this initiative and has replicated it in the Ashanti region as the first of its kind after the Accra March. I am very confident that the example being set here today will inspire similar initiatives across the regions and prisons establishments throughout the country. I also want to extend my sincere gratitude to all who have contributed to the Medicines and Equipment Bank since its national launching in Accra. Your generosity has been remarkable and has given hope to many. As we move forward, let us continue to work together in partnership and with a shared sense of purpose. Let us strengthen this initiative and institutionalize it as a sustainable platform that continuously improves prison healthcare, support this note, I officially endorse and support the Ashanti Regional Medicines and Equipment Bank initiative and encourage all stakeholders to actively contribute towards its success. And I know Ashanti region never disappoints, and so I am very grateful. Thank you very much for your attention. God bless Ashanti region. God bless the Ghana Prison Service. And God bless our homeland. God bless you.
Now, this initiative, another show, Santiman, a prison unit, I something that is highly commendable. I was saying, free say, the director general Ekasano was saying, you need people about snap about the people. Now, original commander Dino was saying, the young Akasa, when yellow, they said, Yakopon Akasa. Now, Mrs. So, and see, Mrs. So, they're donating hospital examination bed or traveling at a cost of $15,000. And if you are, let's donate 15 mattresses. And if you are, the sign medical disposable gowns, 5 boxes. And if you are, the sign disposable gloves. Now, this is the way it's more than 200,000 Ghana cedis. My country commander said, Selea, Seka, or both made machine, or containers is for man, and Yamano a boom. And to this so, maybe Eliska, Nemo himself, Sika, eventually, and never be saying.
Nana Chama, Regional Director of Prisons. National Director of Prisons. Narano Penfua Washawa Nimamaha Miyankra Afi Kumasi Prison Regional Director was ne Mwashua Nakakra Ibidi Ababua Slug cough, adult, 100 milligram, 60 boxes. Cold relief capsules, 100 boxes. Amoxicillin, 20. Folic acid, 10. Dibidol, 100. Inafu, 10. Innocent, 20. Accra, we were.
Or say, Yama Director General, man, something said, or Baha, ne, Abedi to me to say, One Ashanti Regional Commander. Now, Kakra was saying, say, Ghana for. Yena come on na koyin kutu do anymore ya bompa ya masa mpanimfo yi owo kwanya of oma faso a Ghana Prison Service esesano o se oda mwase pa Ghana for oda mwase yinim se mbe ni nam de mu ye sunti tinana se ofiri na himfi e facha emamo pa na ya sanka kire mo se sa dwumadi ya mo ahyase Nancy Moya Diapwa Ghana and net that way. Yamamo 10,000 Ghana cedis. It is a Ghana for her. Yampa and Bofu 12 and Famamo. Now, Bibia Mosha Sia Moya, a baby Bia Madama, Momana Sunsi, Moncantrano. Now, the over was a Bobia or Bessa and Apostle of the Aqua. It was 10,000 cedis ama Yadiaba. La Kakra, Tapamai, Ghana cedis, 100 million.
Christian Mothers Association, Kumasi Outdoors is 1,500. Additional National Bishop of Teresa. 9th of St. John International and Ladies Auxiliary. Kumasi Grant, 3,000 Ghana cedis. That was the Bishop of Man, that was the prayers. So on behalf of the Ashanti Regional Prison Ladies Association, we would like to donate 2,000 to support the fund.
The Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker of Parliament and members of Parliament present, the Director General of Prisons, the General Officer commanding the Central Command of the Ghana Armed Forces and other service commanders here present, Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executives, distinguished invited guests, development partners, members, and colleagues from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you warm greetings from the Honorable Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwako Hine, who cherishes this initiative and has given his fullest commitment to every effort that is being made by the Ghana Prison Service to improve on the quality of life of the inmates. He would have loved to be here, but important assignments have taken him out of the region and he has asked me to be here in his stead. It is an honor and a privilege to join you today at this important occasion, marking the Ashanti Regional launch of the Prison Service Medicine and Equipment Bank, following the successful launch of a similar initiative in Accra on the 26th of March 2026. This initiative demonstrates the prison service commitment to improving healthcare delivery, promoting the welfare of both officers and inmates, particularly by supporting the rehabilitation and reintegration of inmates into our society. Access to healthcare is a fundamental right, and this intervention represents significant steps towards strengthening the healthcare support system within our correctional facilities. On behalf of the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, the Regional Minister wishes to express our profound appreciation to all partners and stakeholders whose support and contribution have greatly enhanced the welfare and operations of the Ashanti Regional Command, particularly the Kumasi Central male and female prisons. The Regional Coordinating Council remains proud of the enormous support rendered over the years, including the facilitation and timely supply of raw food items, provisions and other essential commodities during crucial periods to sustain inmates. Madam Chairman, the Regional Minister also wishes to acknowledge the collective benevolence and support demonstrated during the Ashanti Fest 2025 and 2026 series, in which the prison service actively participated, showcasing excellence, creativity, and invaluable contribution to the development of our region. As part of activities for the Ashanti Fest 2026, the health center of the male prisons and the infirmary and the female prisons were both renovated, thereby improving healthcare infrastructure and creating a more conducive environment for the delivery of medical care. And this one was led by the Honorable Regional Minister, himself a medical practitioner. In addition, numerous donations were made by institutions and organizations, philanthropists and benevolent individuals to support the prison service. Other forms of support, such as the organization of free healthcare screening exercise for officers and inmates, also deserves commendation. Such initiatives not only promote early detection and treatment of health conditions, but also reinforce our collective commitment to public health and institutional well-being.